Cricket presents The Campfire, and today we are taking a deep dive into 3-5A Division 1. The teams in this district include Aledo, Azle, Denton, Denton-Ryan, Granbury, Fossil Ridge, Birdville, Richland, and Brewer. Let's analyze this district in our film session. Despite rumors during last year of defending state champions Aledo moving up to 6A this realignment, the Bearcats remain in 5A Division 1. And of course, they'll be a favorite to defend their district crown. Aledo, as usual, is loaded with college prospects, including junior running back Ray Guillory and junior wide receiver Caden Finley. Defensively, Decker Sanders on the D-line will help stabilize a young group. Denton-Ryan is right there as well. The Raiders finished second in district play last year and have some sensational players returning, including dual-threat quarterback Braden Mussett, who was the offensive MVP of the district a year ago. Add to that two of the best offensive linemen in the state in Ty Haywood and Marcus Garcia. Ryan will have plenty of holes to run behind. Richland won their district's championship last season and now enter a tough 3-5A Division 1. However, the Royals are about as experienced as any team in Texas and bring back one of the state's top running backs, Michael Turner. All their receivers, plus their quarterback, the coach's son Drew Cates, return, as Richland will be in play for the crown for sure. Fossil Ridge moves down from 6A and will hope two-way player Logan Taylor helps secure some wins here. Birdville returns Noah Norman for a third year behind center, while Brewer quarterback Jordan Clark hopes to do the same for the Bears. Denton moves up from Division 2 to Division 1. The Broncos made the postseason a year ago, but may find it tough sledding in 3-5A. Azle has a ton of offensive talent returning that they hope will lead to wins, while Granbury will be issuing in a new head coach in hopes of making a charge on the gridiron. Freeflation leaves economists baffled. Getting more for less? It's true for those who switch to Cricket and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket. Watching the game with friends? Don't forget to invite the all-new Whata Wings Party Pack from Whataburger. Order online today and get 72 boneless tender bites, a family fry box, and your choice of sauce.
The Campfire is brought to you by your Texas Kubota dealers, home of the #1 selling subcompact tractor in Texas. Kubota, together we do more.
For an even deeper look at 3-5A Division 1, here's producer Ward Fasold and insider Matt Diggs with the district breakdown.
It's district breakdown time. Diggsy's right over there. Wizzy's right here. We're talking 3-5A Division 1, and he's ready to talk Aledo football, protecting the tradition. This is they got their state titles, and now they're in a district with a lot of different teams in there, but I don't know. Is this the same old, same old? Some of the young bucks coming up and ready to take over where the others left off?
You cannot be a 12-time, got the clock going on, 12-time champion without having an established pipeline and having that consistency that a program has. Now, last year, Ward, I was very hard on Aledo, and many times this is why I have this shirt, because I was hard on Aledo at times because I was very hypercritical of all of the turnovers they had. And I think this is the year where some of that may come home to roost if they do not play the Aledo football that we have come to know. But Aledo, like I said, you don't become a 12-time champion without having some things in the pipeline. And they've got some really good players coming back as it is, like Ray Guillory and Caden Finley. I mean, we're talking D1 talent that is going to light up the scoreboard at running back and at wide receiver. And they got some defensive players coming back as well, Ward. They got Decker Sanders and Jackson Richter and Ben McElreed coming back, who are all district. I'm really excited about Denton-Ryan, Ward. Braden Mussett, we saw him last year. We saw him grow up last year. This Denton-Ryan team reminds me a lot of Aledo 2 years ago, like with a lot of young kids who, were getting time as sophomores and juniors. They didn't win state like Aledo did 2 years ago, but they got a lot of valuable playing time.
All right, give me 1 through 9 again just to recap this district.
We're protecting the tradition, Ward. I got Aledo number 1. I got Denton-Ryan number 2, but that's a much closer 1 and 2 than in the past. I got Richland number 3. Then I've got Birdville number 4, Brewer number 5, Fossil Ridge number 6, Azle number 7, Denton number 8, and my Hood County Pirates from Granbury at number 9.
We'll talk more about 4-5A Division 1 next week.
See you next week, Ward.
We'll post the entire breakdown segment this Wednesday on our social media pages. Now let's take a look at some game changers and our players on the rise, brought to you by Parker University. At Richland, Michael Turner is one of the more impressive tailbacks in the state. As many defenders learned a year ago, it's going to take more than one man to bring this four-star talent to the ground. Turner rushed for just under 1,700 yards and 23 touchdowns last season as he was his district's offensive MVP. Michael racked up almost 2,700 career yards and could push the 5,000-yard career mark by season's end. He has officially visited Arizona State and SMU this spring. At Aledo, sometimes you have to wait your turn to shine. Junior wide receiver Caden Finley should break through as a superstar this year for the Bearcats. Last season, Finley caught 42 balls for 703 yards and 7 touchdowns for the state champs. Caden also got playing time as a freshman where he caught 25 balls for 6 touchdowns in 2022. Finley is considered one of 2026's most elite wideouts in the nation and has offers from Notre Dame, Georgia, and Arkansas, among many others. They've been talking about Denton Ryan offensive tackle Ty Haywood for quite some time, and why not? The mammoth of a man is the anchor of a stacked Raiders offensive line. At 6'5" and 285 pounds, Haywood is a long, explosive force at tackle. Ty is one of those guys who, once he gets his long arms on you, it's over. Haywood has offers from Texas A&M, Alabama, and TCU, among others. On the defensive side of the ball, Ryan's Dillon, Arkansas must be dealt with by offensive coordinators. In 2 years, Arkansas has accumulated 153 tackles, including 73 last year. He also had 2 sacks, a fumble recovery, and a couple interceptions as a junior as well. Dillon is a 2-time first-team All-District selection and will be headed to TCU for his college ball. Players on the Rise is brought to you by Parker University. Do you or your student want a career training the world's best athletes? Check out our bachelor's degree in strength and human performance today. Cricket Wireless has an offer that's going to blow up your group chat. 4 lines for only $25 per month each with nationwide 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket. The Campfire is brought to you by Golden Chick. One taste and you're golden. Our War of the Soul cut up to Richland head coach Jed Cates to talk about his Royals in our Media Day segment.
All right, it's Media Day. We are talking 3-5A Division I with Richland head coach Jed Cates. Coach, it's a heck of a district, first of all. You know, something's always going to happen when the realignment happens, and you go from one district where a lot of the teams, let's be honest with you, you weren't getting a lot of comp from some of the teams, but it seems like this district, no matter where you chop it up, you're playing a quality squad. You even got a 6A team that dropped down with Fossil Ridge. So talk about your first inclination when you took a look at this district and what you have in store for the Royals.
Well, you know, we all like winning football games, and so that my first thing was, okay, we like you said, it's week to week. It's like college conference type football now, and the first thing is, oh man, we got a couple state champs in there, and we got some other unbelievable teams, and I'm old enough where I know all the coaches, and so I know how well coached they'll be too. But then after that initial wow factor, I was excited. You know, you got to embrace challenge. We're in this because we're competitive. We're not many jobs where you have a scoreboard to show whether you're good at it or not. And so the fact that we have where we are with our program and the opportunity to play some, you know, the state champs and former state champs and guys that all strive for that every year, you know, it became an excitement after the initial wow.
All right, Coach, I appreciate it. I know it's always sweet. It's always fun to talk football, even if it's in May and the season's 3 months away, but we can talk about it all the time here in Texas. So I appreciate you joining me, Coach, and
yes,
I hope you have a good season.
Thank you. It's always football season to me.
Amen.
And I really appreciate you and all you, the way you guys cover us. It's why we think we're a big deal, but because of you, we feel like we really are a big deal. So thanks so much, Ward.
You can catch the entire interview Friday on our social media channels. That's going to do it for this week's Campfire. Next week, we analyze 4-5A Division I. Until then, have a great week, everybody.